Hello, my name is Gian Noel Vega Rodriguez, and I'm a student currently at Texas A&M University Kingsville. I'm a senior, and I'm currently studying kinesiology, specifically performance psychology, and I'd recently double majored into general psychology. And so it's just a lot more stuff about the mind than the body, but still the body's important. So I get to discuss things like motivation or lack thereof with people, and address like mental health issues, not like a psychologist, but it allows me to understand things from a performance perspective with people such as athletes or even like children. Was it playing games? And so it also allows me to get to understand people more. Psychology as a whole really lets me to dig deeper than the surface level conversations that I have with people. And it allows me to ask those important questions about people's pasts. It's really important to be able to understand more about people as a whole from their body language and the words that they say rather than either or. And so I really enjoy what I've learned in psychology as a whole thus far. I originally came from a small town, Pettis. It's a small town right near Beeville, Texas. And so I enjoy it because of the size. Like, it's really small. Like, there was a high school that doubled as a middle school and then tripled as an elementary school. Honestly, it was kind of everything, but it was small enough and close knit. The communities were right nearby. There were neighborhoods right nearby, and it was really nice to be able to know most of the people and look by every so often when you're at a restaurant and suddenly see, it's like, turn over and see, who is that? Because usually you're expecting somebody that you know. And that's one of the things that I get to enjoy about small towns. It's one of the things that I really like about Kingsville as well, that it's not a massive metropolis or city or anything like that. I get to enjoy small town feelings, small town friendships. Personally, I don't really have any pets or anything like that. As far as those go, I have not really considered what pet I want. Maybe like a dog or a cat. I'd lean either way, honestly. Or maybe something as exotic as a weasel or a ferret, something small, maybe. As far as time spent outside of class, I often prefer to help out at a ministry, because it's not what I prefer, just what I prefer, but it's also what gives me purpose. And it provides me with opportunities to do things for people just outside of myself, just outside of class. It gives me the time to spend with people, like be genuine with people about things that really matter. I'm not saying that college doesn't matter, but I feel like my faith is a defining factor of my life. It's supposed to be the central factor of my life. And so I find it important to spend time with people in ministry, and that's why I do spend a lot of time there. As far as my family goes, I have a loving mother who loves to call me every so often. She lives in Corpus, so does my father and my siblings, but she likes to call me every so often to see where I'm at, because what loving mother wouldn't want to know about their children? What loving mother wouldn't? I have a loving father, like I said. We're not incredibly close, but I do keep in touch with him, and I love to get to talk to him every so often, hear his wisdom, his advice. As far as my siblings go, we're in this kind of point in life where we're moving on, doing our own thing, keep in touch from time to time, check in on each other. But we're living our own lives. Growing up finally. Apart from that, as far as my future aspirations and my goals go, the things that I want to do in the future, ministry is really tied to that. That's why I talk so much about it. That's why it's so important to me. As far as my kinesiology degree goes, maybe I would want to work somewhere at like a youth camp or something like that. I would want to be a part of a ministry, so that way I could talk to young kids about these things, not just talk to them about the faith, but live life with them, be there with them. Genuinely, if they don't have anybody else in their life, I would love to be there for them, and I would love to be able to foster community in a youth context. I know it's not worth a whole lot, or I might not make a whole lot of money, or it's not the most grand job in the world. It's not going to change climates or anything like that. It's not going to do anything massive, but it's what I feel like the Lord is calling me to, and this is what I want to do. There's not much else to say.